Hello everyone, welcome to Drinkard Brews. In my last video, I talked about modifying the Sligh mana curve to fit a 40 card format. This is my first draft at one for Fallen Empires 40. A few quick notes about the format is that it does allow a 5 card sideboard. There are no cards restricted to 1. Instead, Hand of Justice is restricted to 2 copies, and Hymn to Turok is banned entirely. Finally, the format has no considerations for rarity, like Unlimited 40 and Revised 40 do. You can play 4 copies of any card other than Hymn to Turok or Hand of Justice. With that being said, we found that 8 to 9 copies of a 1-drop should be played in a 40 card deck, 9 to 10 copies of a 2-drop should be played, 4 copies of a 3-drop, and 1 or 2 copies of a 4-drop and 1 or 2 X spells should be played, in addition to 14 to 16 lands. This is my first draft at playing according to this curve in Fallen Empires 40. We have access in the Fallen Empires 40 format to Dwarven Ruins, and that is a staple from the original Sligh archetype. I think that those cards were better for decks that allowed Fireball, Carevex Torch, or Disintegrate, and it hasn't proven to be as good in this format. In the first 5 turns, I hope to use all of the mana from my land drops available, and Dwarven Ruins cost me the ability to play a turn 1 Orcish Spy or Captain, or a turn 2 2-drop, or a turn 3 3-drop, and so I omitted those for extra mountains instead. Other than that, though, there are cards from the original Sligh deck, including the 4 Orcish Captains and the 2 Dwarven Soldiers and 4 Dwarven Lieutenants. I don't know if 4 Dwarven Lieutenants were used in the original deck, but I am choosing to use the maxed out copies so that I have a sink for my mana in the later game. It's equivalent to the idea of Brothers of Fire or Dragon Whelp in the original Sligh decks. Finally, I'm playing a greater number of X spells than is strictly suggested by the template, but Dwarven Catapult is such a difficult card to limit myself to 1 or 2 of. I've found that Orcish Captain is a mana sink late game, but it is going to be a risky one. And there may be a situation where you've seen what the opponent is up to with your Orcish Spy, and you know that you have to win on the turn that you're on, or else you'll lose. Other than that, I'm not sure that it's worth rolling the die for Orcish Captain. But time will tell how many people have successful results doing so. In the sideboard, we have a next copy of Dwarven Catapult for the Thalids or mono white or otherwise low toughness tribal archetypes that we face. Dwarven Catapult is very good at clearing the board. Goblin Kites is effective reach for us, getting the last few points of damage that we need against a deck that is likely to create a bunch of blockers. Goblin Flotilla will be useful against any deck that has islands against us. Goblin War Drums is more reach and evasion. And finally, we have Raiding Party that I think would be a fantastic surprise against mono white decks. So I do have gameplay videos coming up, and I hope you'll come back and check those out. Let me know what you think about the deck in the comments, and we look forward to seeing you in the next video. Good luck, have fun.